store, buy V-Bucks, give the devs money. Don't buy V-Bucks. Yes, the La Llama shop. Here we are. So, there's three tabs to this for three different currencies. JV, would you like to take over one of these, or will you just butt in eventually?
We're in the which one? You get X-ray lure items.
We're gonna go from left to right, so X-ray.
Okay, X-ray. Now here are the two llamas. For me, I'm pretty sure it's different for every person. Right now, I have
Yes.
everyone has the upgrade llama, and then I have on the right legendary troll stash llama. Now the ones on the left are usually always 50, but sometimes they give you two freebies every other day. I'm pretty sure. So they'll give you two free llamas.
At random as well.
Only on the upgrade llamas though. Okay, now the legendary troll stash llama. The llama on the right always ranges from 200 to 1500 V-Bucks. Now the reason why a lot of us endgame players don't buy these llamas on the right is because they're terrible. They're doo-doo McIntyre. Crystallized feces. They are really bad. Because one, for the price, let's say we have a $1,500 or a V-Buck llama, it'll have a lot of blues in there. And if you're an endgame twine player, you can't really use blues or purples. And other than that, this is pretty self-explanatory. I want to move over to the loot now.
Ooh, real quick, before you go on another wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Quick thing about X-ray llamas, since they take V-Bucks, it's only the X-ray llamas that take your V-Bucks. Be extremely careful around these two dudes. Unlike Battle Royale, we don't have a refund system, we don't have a confirmation thing. So as I'm going between these two dudes, if I press X, my 500 V-Bucks are gone, and I use them on a Pathetic Maverick, an Urban Assault Headhunter. Doesn't she look familiar? She's in the shop today in VR. And some Purple Survivors. Be
Now
extra
let's go
careful.
over.
And
You-
also, one last thing. Don't forget, if you do decide to buy these llamas, bottom right, support a creator, y'all. Every time they reach 10,000 V-Bucks, that's $5 for them. Let's help each other out.
All right, now let's head over to the loot. Now, there are usually two llamas, if you haven't claimed them yet. You'll have your mini reward llamas. A lot of us already know what the mini reward llamas are because they give those to you very, very early. So a lot of you might already know what those are. But next to that, you'll have your event llama. Now, since it's winter, we have winter llamas. Now, you'll see what it costs. It costs 500 event tickets.
The heck
Which
are
are,
those?
I don't know what those tickets are called. Snowflake tickets. Now, event missions. Oh boy, we're going to get into another whole shrimp and grits bowl with that. Event tickets are earned by doing the event quest line, which is, if you go all the way back to quests, you press X, you got those
Bottom
five
left, you see
pages
it?
there. Those
Whoa.
bottom left, all of that stuff, all of those 5 pages there. That's how you get your event tickets. And another way to get your tickets very, very easily is by doing dungeons, but we'll get into dungeons some other time. Now,
Yeah,
since it costs
also-
500 tickets,
Hold on.
go ahead.
Also, cannot forget, see those missions that have the purple storm around them at our map? Be sure to do the stuff alongside of me, y'all. Get on your game and go through these things together. Some of us can be interactive learners, visual learners, audio learners. We all learn different. See these missions with the purple storm around them? Check out the rewards, bottom left. Most of these are giving something called Pure Drops of Rain, but they're also giving snowflake tickets. And what do you know? It takes snowflake tickets to open those llamas. Do those missions, get those llamas. Check it out. They're everywhere. I'm in Twine Peaks, and look, they're giving me double the amount that you give in Stonewood. Good stuff. Reminder, though, these are one-time rewards. So after you do, let's go back to Stonewood. After you do this, say, this resupply for 50 tickets, it won't give you 50 tickets again. It's a one-time thing. You move on to the next one. Missions in this game refresh same as your BR item shop. They go on a 24-hour thing. So by 7 p.m. EST, these will refresh into different ones. And these might be in different places, but they will also be giving more beautiful tickets.
All right.
Slaw.
Now, since these cost 500, You need 500 tickets to open them. Now, it seems self-explanatory because you have your, whereas right below the llama, how many tickets you have, and
I
how
got
many
387.
V-Bucks are in the top right corner. So I can't get one because I only have one ticket. I have exactly one ticket, so I need
Impressive.
499 more. All right, now let's head over to the items tab.
Ooh boy, this is
Once again, if you have any questions, you can just call my number. It is 313. And that's it. It's just 313.
and you know my gamer tag.
Now, let's head over to items. I know I'm talking
This
about these, aren't I?
is the meat and potatoes. This is the mashed potatoes. This is the grits, the slaw,
This
the gravy,
is the
the
shrimp and
beans,
grits.
the fried
This
chicken,
is the rice and ribs.
the grease, the glazed, the braised, the steamed, and the boiled.
All right. Now, let's start with event items because we're going to spend a little bit of time here. Event items. Now, I can't see. I'm assuming you guys haven't bought anything yet, but I bought all the event stuff. So all that's down at the bottom. But let's head all the way down to the bottom. Now, here, they have the Ice Queen, the Husk Buster, Hawk, Support Specialist Hawk. These are all heroes, and this is mostly, except for Hawk and Husk Buster. Ice Queen is event. Monks is event. Sergeant Tink Gatling is an event hero. Again, these are all the people that you'll hear in the event questline if you haven't done it yet. Crackshot, he's in Holly Jolly Ransom. He's the icon for Holly Jolly Ransom, as you've seen. And you can get these heroes. They cost gold. And you can see how much gold you have at the bottom of the screen there. Right now, I have 9,200.
Bottom center.
Right in the bottom center. I'll show you. It's in the icon. And one thing to note, before we go any farther, I highly recommend that you get the event weapons and the heroes. You don't have to get the heroes per se. It is highly recommended that you get the weapons stuff. Always, that's what I always do. I always get the weapons because the event weapons are very, 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 very good. All right, moving on. One thing to note, another thing to note, that is, you see these schematics right here, loot schematics, rare schematic, epic schematic. It says there it's unlimited, so that means you can get as many as how much gold you have. So if I have 9,000 gold, I can buy, how much can I buy? I can buy 23 schematics. I'm making sure not to press X, though. So, you had to tiptoe around that. And for epic, it costs 1,000 per schematic. So, if you don't have any schematics, or if you really need a weapon, just head over to the shop and buy
Straight
weapon.
up.
And also, you can buy some of the items right here. You can get a Husk Cleaver, and you can get a Trap here, some Wall Darts. And you can also get a Defender. But we'll get into Defender and Hero Loadouts and all that stuff later. And Armory slots is just how many schematics you can hold. So if you were to go over to Armory, and you went to Schematics, you can highlight it. Right now, I have 205 out of 551 slots.
See that, y'all?
551 slots is how many total slots I have.
That's right, top left. So that means I got 385 schematics currently. However, I could hold up to 955. This is important in building up that collection, building up that build that arsenal, and
Now let's get back to the shop.
Indeed.
Let's make sure I'm not missing anything in the event. Like I said, I don't care too much about the non-event heroes. So support specialist Hawk, he is not an event hero. So I bought him anyway, but I always buy the event people. Right now, Sergeant Gatling, Monks, and the Ice Queen are event people. Zenith is not an event hero, per se, but I highly suggest you get him because he has a team perk. But we'll get into all that stuff later, as I said. All right, now let's go back to weekly items. Now, the thing about the weekly items is that they refresh weekly.
Whoa!
As it says there, if you go to the top right of weekly items, it says 4 days. 4 days before refresh. Now, a weekly item is good because this is where you're guaranteed to get some weapons. Event items sometimes may not have weapons in them, even though they usually do. So here, we have a Ceiling Electric Field. I don't know if it's different on your screen. I'm pretty sure it's all the same for people. Okay, I have the Electric Field, the Storm Chaser's Revenge. This is guaranteed weapons here. 10 armory slots.
And
per 25 gold.
quick note, these aren't just weapons, these are the schematics for them. So when you buy a Storm Chaser's Revenge, you get the schematic for this thing. That means you have to craft the weapon. You're not going to find this weapon in your backpack. You now have the ability to make it, though. And you can make it forever until you recycle it. Continue.
Mhm. Now here we have a Vendetta. So if you really need
A
a weapon, it's
Vendetta.
only 600 gold for the schematic.
Clean.
Survivors. We'll get into survivors later. Heroes. We'll get into hero stuff later. Flux. Flux is what you need to upgrade, but we'll get into that stuff later. And we have heroes. You can buy heroes here as well. Reperk. We're assuming that you're not in Plankerton, so we'll get into reperk and all that stuff later. By the way, let me buy all this reperk. I forgot to buy it.
Read the descriptions, y'all.
Buy all that reperk.
See where it says under the quantity? Resource used to modify schematic perks found in Plankerton and above. Meaning as a Stonewood person, pop filter. Don't concern yourself with stuff that you don't need. Like 130 guns. Note on the event weapons and how good they are. You know your Gravedigger, your Pain Trains, what else do they want? Spectral Blades. You know all those are they're weekly item stuff. The Gravedigger, it comes out on the weekly store during Halloween. For 1,680 gold, I got the Gravedigger this Halloween. Woo woo woo. The Pain Train, y'all know about that one. One of the best assault rifles in the game. This was in the weekly store. This was in the weekly store
Oh boy.
less than a month ago. Gribble and I think it was over a month ago. It was
And I
in
wanna
the
say one
weekly
thing.
store during
Oh,
this
of
winter
course.
event. One of the best ARs in the game. 1,680 gold. That's it.
I'm going to say something very controversial here. People like to seek after the Gravediggers, and he just said it shows up in the weekly item store for the whole month of October, pretty much, especially next to Halloween. But the Pain Train, which is an event weapon, and in my opinion, it is way better than the Gravedigger. Now, some of you, the Gravedigger is rare. I don't know why it's rare if I can just buy it for less than 2,000 gold. But the event and weekly item shop, this is your hub, especially if you're in the lower zones, Plankerton, Stonewood. This is if you really need an arsenal. Because since it refreshes weekly, you're guaranteed to get a new, different weapon. Like right here, I haven't seen Storm Chaser's Revenge in a while. And it looks like a good axe. Why not? I'll buy it. I just bought it. I just bought the Storm Chaser's Revenge. I most likely won't use it, though. A Vendetta. I don't need the Vendetta. I got a Jackal, which is just a golden version. It's a legendary version of the Vendetta. But if you really, really need a weapon that is not in the weekly item store, you can always buy an epic schematic, so it's randomized. Anything you have to say?
I was thinking about making a quick conclusion for the 3 tabs and then wrapping it up. Sound good?
Why don't you go ahead and do that then?
Yes, indeedy. So, going back to the X-rays for our Vinderman currency, V-Bucks. Tiptoe around these. Just know, generally, these aren't worth your precious V-Bucks. We can talk about V-Buck gain and all that in another video. We will go over everything in this game, trust and believe. Just have patience, just like you need to have patience with the game. Tiptoe around these, stay away from that X button, but definitely look around and see what they have. Occasionally, I'll buy a 50 V-Buck llama if it has good stuff. Heck, see that survivor right there? He might be worth 50 V-Bucks if it was matching one of my leads. What are leads? We'll get into that later. Loot llama. Sorry, how does she say it? Loot llama. Yes. Our event lad giving you some event weaponry. Didn't really touch over that from what I heard. Yes, these winter llamas will give you winter heroes and winter weapons. Not, disclaimer, not stuff that could be in the weekly shop. Stuff that's in llamas and stuff that's in the shop is separate. You will not get a Pain Train. You have no chance of getting a Pain Train from the llama. What you could get, though, is a Warden Kyle or an Alchemist Sarah. Very important stuff. Good at gearing up. All event stuff is generally better than base game. And even if it's not, every schematic in this game has a purpose. Do not ignore those. The item shop, the real rice and ribs, shrimp and grits, shrimp scampi, shrimp alfredo. Here's my logic. Number one thing to prioritize at any level of field in this game, weekly shop, what is the weekly weapon? If the pain train was in the weekly shop right now, I would advise every single person to stock up on their gold and get the pain train. How do I get gold? You do missions. Real quick, let's go to the map. Let's check out the rewards. Remember, read everything, y'all. Left side of the screen, rewards. Every mission gives you gold. Every single mission. Best way to get gold, dungeons. We'll go over that in another one. And that one shouldn't take long at all. First things first, check out to see what's the event weapon. Sealing Electric Field, Stormchaser's Revenge, those are not event. Event weapons are usually specified as being event, and if they're not, you can generally tell by looking through the collection book. Collection book is extremely important. We'll go over that in another episode. Also, reason why, in case you were confused as to why you saw sold out on a lot of this stuff, isn't because, like, I was late to the market. It means I bought it. Yeah. I already bought the stuff, so it's in the weekly shop. That's the only reason this is sold out. It's not because, like, there's some market that you need to be the first to get stuff. No. Sold out means I bought it. So, yes. First thing to prioritize, in my opinion, is the weekly shop item. And as a Stonewood person, armor, or weekly, here's in order. Weekly item, weapon, weekly weapon, armory slot, legendary flux. Because that stuff, here's the thing about legendary flux. It's used to turn a purple into a legendary, purple schematic into a legendary. This is the only way you get it, except for in collection book. Which means it takes 100 to go from purple to legendary, and you only get 50 a week. So 2 weeks to get a purple to legendary. It's precious. Get that event weapon first. Weekly weapon, excuse me. I keep getting them mixed up. The event shop, on how long it lasts until the end of the season. Now, there's no clear indicator for Save the World seasons and their length. Sorry, not sorry. Check out the Reddit and the Fortnite Twitter to sort of understand how long the season's coming. Just know this, they always announce when the new season's coming. So it shouldn't catch you off guard when things change. But just know that this has been here since, like, the beginning of November, December sometime. And they add on to it. At the beginning, all that was in the event, in the event stuff was this Husk Cleaver, Huskbuster, and Wall Darts, and Crackshot. Armory slots and Hawk. Here's what was added on throughout the season. Zenith, Monks, Gatling, and Ice Queen. They add on to the event stuff. One last run through. X-Ray, Tiptoe, look through it. Loot Llama, easiest to obtain, get it through gameplay. Item shop, very important. Get that weekly weapon. Use that gold wisely. It'll stack up eventually. Don't worry. Everything's a slow build up in this game. Slow startup. I think that about wraps it up. Any closing statements, co-agent?
Yes, I want to say something really quick. It's kind of off topic, but the more missions you do, and the more you progress, if you get into Candy and Twine, I know this may sound like a shocker to you, the more V-Bucks you will get, but we'll get into that another time.
Yes, indeed. I will. I have to stream to make these videos, and I have someone in my chat right now. And what did they just ask me? Can I have guns? Try not to be a person like this. Let's do better, y'all. Let's earn our guns. Let's not beg for our guns. Alright? Y'all already know the motto. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know what it is. Less trading. Less begging. More playing. More learning. Milk and orange juice, evaporated milk, vanilla bean.